Coach Arnett talked about your overall effort in the defense, and just with you being a hybrid as far as your position listed, linebacker, safety. Talk about your ability to stop the run and cover while giving great effort.
Uh-huh. Well, Coach Arnett's defense is definitely like different than what I'm used to, and it puts me in some like much better positions, like maybe that I have been in the past, and it also puts me closer to the ball, so I'm able to play the run and also drop in coverage, and I feel like it actually expanded my game a lot more than in the past.
Ben?
Aaron, this offseason obviously a little different with Willie gone and some other guys gone from that linebacking group. I guess, how's it been different for you stepping into this offseason with a shot at major playing time next to Errol? And I guess, how have you kind of approached it?
Honestly, I just go with the flow and ask those guys for any tips that I can get. Willie, obviously, he's in the league. Leo's also like up there and all of that, and Errol also he's constantly like getting on me about the small things, and just like y'all like Derek said, the effort and stuff. That's just something that I continue to like harp on myself about. Even if I may mess up or something, I'm still just giving 100%. It's better to make a 100% mistake than a lagging mistake.
Steve?
Aaron, when you were in high school, there was discussion you might be a college safety because you had some range and ability to cover. How do you think that maybe prepares you to be an outside backer in a scheme like this where you're going to have to defend in space and cover some of those guys coming out of backfield?
It prepared me like tremendously. Like this is somebody like myself dreams of being a defense of this caliber. So I'm in a great position to make plays.
Joel?
Yeah, Aaron, Coach Arnett was just mentioning earlier about some of the things that the linebackers are responsible for in this defense and how you guys have to get good linebacker play to make this defense good. What are some of the things that he's been talking about in the meeting room, maybe some common themes that you guys have to?
Well, playing in space, that's the main thing. Playing in space, being able to cover, like if you blitzing, being able to peel with the running back, just being able to move and doing everything off of instinct. You gotta have great instinct.
We'll go back to Steve.
Aaron, you guys obviously didn't get the benefit of spring practice, but we saw some tackling issues around the country the first few ball games. How have the Bulldogs been in practice as far as tackling goes, and do you feel like you guys are rusty, or do you feel like you're in good shape?
Well, we actually had a scrimmage, and Coach Leach actually gave us a compliment on the tackling. I'm gonna say he actually told us that we did pretty well tackling in the scrimmage. So I don't think we're really behind on that, but we can obviously always get better at it.
Derek?
All right. I have a two-part question. First, we talked about your ability to stop the run and then your ability to cover. But the third ability that a linebacker has to have in a defense like this is rushing the passer. Talk about your opportunities to potentially rush the passer in this defense. And the last time we had, a triple threat linebacker like this was Matt Wells. Have you ever seen Matt Wells play? And if you have, would you think you would model yourself after the way he played the game? Because he was a triple threat linebacker like you could potentially be in this offense, in this defense.
Yeah, well, I've never seen Wells play, but it sounds, from what you're saying, it sounds like he was a pretty versatile guy and he could rush off the edge. Honestly, I've never really rushed off the edge before, so me being able to do this now and learning everything as much as I can to become a great pass rusher, I feel like I can become pretty good at pass rushing.
We'll go back to Ben, and then we have time for one or two more.
Aaron, you mentioned the pass rushing as a piece of it, but I guess just how different is this sort of role in this defense for you and kind of what you're doing in the snap to snap, and I guess how have you kind of taken to that, or what's kind of in the process for you?
Really, I'm closer to the ball. So I deal with O linemen a bit more, but I'm also in space. So it's it's really like a two-way thing. It's just a lot of freedom and just making plays, instincts making plays, honestly, which is what I feel my game is more leaning toward.
And you mentioned the pass rushing, just like how have you kind of adjusted to that? And I guess what's been kind of at least the early steps for you to sort of developing that side of your game?
Working. Coach Arnett does a great job every day, working out hands, working out hips. We can go around bags, garbage cans, whatever we need to do. You have to be great pass rushers in this defense because we blitz a good bit.
Steve?
Aaron, the leadership is an important part of it. A defense needs leaders. Who are the guys that have kind of stepped forward on and off the field to kind of be leaders for you guys defensively?
Of course, guys like Kobe Jones, Errol Thompson. We got some young guys, Martin Emerson. I try to lead as much as I can myself, but I really look up to the guys. I look up to everybody else. I feel like if I look up to them and I give up my little bit of emphasis on everything, we can all be good at one.
We'll wrap up with Tyler.
Yeah, Aaron, Steve mentioned some of the things that were happening on the field in some of these college football games that we've seen so far with the missed tackles, but obviously off the field, the stands are pretty empty and the ambiance isn't what college football usually is. Davis Wade Stadium provides a pretty good atmosphere. What are you going to miss most about the crowds being smaller? Obviously, you guys don't get the dog walk. Just how different do you expect it to be on Saturdays for y'all?
Well, this camp, we've practiced and approached everything like a game. So obviously at practice, there's not really any fans at practice. So building our energy from start to finish, we just continue to build on that, and hopefully that'll probably lead to the games.
All right. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank y'all.